Alright, we are live. Okay, let's get started. Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So, I'm just checking out this new webcam I got. I hope it's good enough. And I'm using this external mic for audio. I hope this mic is also good enough. So, anyway, welcome back to my channel, and oh boy, you guys will really find this video useful. A lot of people ask me in person as well as online that they are going to this country in 3 or 4 months and they can't speak the language and are basically looking for tips and methods of how I learn my languages and how they can do it also in a very short amount of time. Now the key thing here is they wanted to do it in a short amount of time. They have like 3 or 4 months. We will use 3 months here for this video. And I know how frustrating it is when you cannot speak the language of that country and need to live there. It almost drives you crazy. But in this video, I will teach you guys exactly how I learn a language in a very short amount of time and some other things you guys must know about language learning in later part of the video. So make sure to watch it all. These few minutes you guys spend watching this video will save you lots of time when you guys are learning your language. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so how to learn a language in 3 months? I mean, 3 months is a short amount of time, but yes, it is possible to learn language in such little time. Now, this entire process is divided into different activities. You need to do these activities every single day. Let's make one thing clear here. Doing something like 1 hour a day is just not going to work here. You will need some more time, but don't worry. This video will also show you how to study in such a way that you will easily be able to find lots of time for your language learning. So that's why I am saying to watch this video properly. I'll be using French as an example language here. Now, French uses the same writing script as English, but if your new language uses a different script, don't worry, I will guide you there also. Again, just watch this video properly. For now, let's focus on learning French on 3 months. Activity 1. This is the main language activity, and you need to really focus on this. You need a special self-teaching basic grammar book that will hold your hand in the first difficult steps of learning your language, and also has audio. Yes, books comes with audio. There are language books needs to have audio, and there are lots of it. So make sure it has audio. And I will suggest to you a very good book, Teach Yourself French. This is a self-teaching book that comes with audio also. Link to it will be in description. You can get the audio in CD version or access audio online for free on Teach Yourself website. By the way, it's not sponsored or anything. For this activity, you need to change some timing here. Sleep a little early and wake up 1 hour earlier than usual. Use that 1 hour to study this book. You should be able to finish this book in 1 month. But if it takes a little longer, don't worry, just complete it. Also make sure to revise this book at least once. This book will teach you in detail the most important things and most difficult things new learners will come across. It will hold your hand in those first steps of language learning. And it's those first steps that are the most difficult. After you finish this book, get a phrase book and also start reading online. For phrase books, you can get an actual book or get free online resources in written or video format. There are plenty, just look for it. For reading, get reading material that is pre-translated. You can buy graded readers if you want to, but there are tons of free resources you can find. For French, there are many resources. Start studying A1 and A2 level material. Don't worry about higher level material. It will get difficult grammatically and you don't want that right now. Read each topic again and again until you can read it easily in your new language. Remember, grammar is not that important. What is more important is new vocabulary. You can speak. If you don't know grammar, you can still understand the language if you know the vocabulary. But if you don't know the vocabulary and know the grammar, you just won't understand the language. So just keep in mind, vocabulary is more important. So in the beginning, just focus on easy stuff. Later on, when you are in France or whatever country you are going to, get storybooks targeted at 12-year-old kids and read that to further enhance vocabulary. Again, you don't need to get very difficult high level books that are that use complex grammar structures and make things more difficult than they usually are. So just get easy books. 12-year-old kids, target at 12-year-old kids. This type of books will be great. So this is activity number 1. Start with basic grammar course and then go into reading and phrase books. Time required 1 hour every single day. And if you can spend more time on reading later, then go ahead, do it. This is the second activity, and it can be easily done while you are walking, going to school or office, college, etc. Or simply chilling somewhere waiting for something, maybe you are standing in line. Time required is 1 hour, but it can be split into 30-minute chunks if needed. If you have just finished activity number 1, please wait for at least 10 minutes. Let your brain rest before starting activity number 2. I want you to get a self-learning audio-based course made for 100% beginners. And I will suggest you an excellent course that I love so much. These are courses made by Paul Noble. Get Audible app on your phone and get these courses. Learn French by Paul Noble, the next steps in French with Paul Noble, and finally French conversation with Paul Noble. He has made these courses for other languages too. His courses are really good. That's why I suggest these first. Again, not sponsored or anything. If you cannot find Paul Noble courses for your language, check the Michelle Thomas courses. Those are also really good. If you cannot find those, then just find a self-teaching audio program for your language. For these courses, whatever course you have picked, I hope you have found Paul Noble because those are just really good. Every day, spend 30 minutes on listening to new material and then spend 30 minutes on revising the old material you have studied yesterday. They also come with reading materials, so you can see the language also. So make sure to read it once you finish new lessons every day. It really improves the learning ability of these courses, so make sure to do it, don't skip on this. So, a self-learning audio course, another 1 hour of study every single day. Activity number 3. If you can do this activity the same day with activity number 2, then it will increase your language learning speed a lot. If for some reason you cannot find time, then you can do this after you complete activity number 2. Time required 30 minutes. This can also be done while walking, washing dishes, coming home from work, etc. So, to do this, go to Pimsleur courses and most likely you will have your language because they support lots of languages. Don't be scared by price. Get a Pimsleur phone app and just study any language for $20 a month. This is a different type of course. They focus on pronunciation and give very minimal grammar support while teaching you language. This course will really enhance your speaking ability in new language. Now we come to activity number 4. You can do this activity any time of the day. There are 2 versions of this. Number 1. The language uses the same script. Let's take English speaker learning French. Find a video on YouTube where native speaker is pronouncing all the alphabets properly. Repeat after him and say all these words. These basic grammar books will also have this exercise, but I found that YouTube with native speaker works better here. Day 1 will be difficult, but after that just 1 minute practice every day until you 100% know that you are saying all the alphabets 100% correctly. This tiny exercise will help you a ton in speaking and reading properly later. Okay, so version 2, you are an English speaker and learning Arabic. Now Arabic uses a different script and you need to tackle it. And language learning, if you don't tackle it, language learning will just become very difficult. So make sure to learn the new script. Go to YouTube and search for native speakers giving Arabic reading course. He will start from alphabet, so memorize the shapes and sounds of alphabets. It will be difficult in the beginning, but don't worry about it. This can take about a week of practice. If you have ever laughed on children struggling to read well, you will feel really bad about yourself because in the beginning it's confusing, it's problematic, but later on your brain will get used to it. Since you are an adult, you will learn much quicker. And it will take about a week, but if it takes a little longer, don't worry about it. Once you can pronounce all the words properly, the sounds properly, you know all the shapes, then proceed on next videos so you can learn to write them properly. Because you need to understand something. All languages, they have their own writing systems, and you need to then, for if it's using a different script, then there will be lots of differences in writing rules and things like that. So make sure that you learn it. And yeah, it's gonna take even more time, but you need to do this. You cannot ignore this. If you do, you are making things more difficult for yourself. So just tackle it. Time required for this step is basically 30 minutes. Yes, you have to spend 30 minutes practicing the script every single day. Activity number 5. To start this, first wait for 1 month and then start doing this activity. After 1 month, go to YouTube and watch videos designed for 100% new learners. Yes, there are such videos. Typically, they are called comprehensible input videos. These are actually short bite-sized videos which you will understand even with zero knowledge of the language. But you need to watch them multiple times. Watch these videos as many times as needed for at least 30 minutes. Before watching, forget that you know English or any other language. Imagine you are a little baby learning a new language for the first time. Think like a baby and try to understand what's going on. If it has subtitles, then after watching video for a few minutes, turn on subtitles and copy all the new words to a book or Anki app, which is a free flashcard app. I use Anki myself, but use a physical book if you love it more. If you don't know how to use Anki, use YouTube to learn it. It's a very simple to use app. Hold on. So this is the Anki app. I hope you guys can see. You can see some of the languages that I am studying over here, and there are lots of stuff. So I just opened the French. There are sub parts over here. So as you can see, so I'm gonna hold it like this. I hope you can see it clearly. As you can see, whatever studies I do, I just put it straight into Anki, and I build deck like this. The reason basically I put it in Anki, I prefer apps, is because I don't have my book every single place I go to, but I do have my phone. Literally when I'm on toilet, I have my phone in my pocket, so I can study, I can revise some vocabulary using this app. It's a free app. Just use it and trust me, you will love it. So these are the 5 main activities, but you can further boost your language also if you want to. You can easily find a lot of time learning a language. When you are driving, washing dishes, cleaning room, etc., you can listen to special podcasts designed at your level. Let me give you an example. I listened to these kind of podcasts when I was a 100% beginner in French. He says something like in French only, and then later he would explain everything sentence by sentence. You need to repeat this podcast as many times as needed until you can understand the French part without any issues. And then the next podcast, I would listen to it when I was doing any kind of work or driving or even waiting in line for something. Later on, you can go to 100% French only podcast as your language skills progress. Now also keep in mind the 100% French podcast, there are easy and difficult podcasts also. So make sure to find one that's in accordance to your level. It's French or whatever language it is. Just keep this in mind. Okay, getting completely immersed. What does this mean actually? A lot of us just watch random videos on YouTube, TikTok and other platforms. Instead of wasting time on these videos in English, watch these videos in French. I myself created a new channel with French content only and used to watch it every day in French. Try to find videos that match your level. Let me help you. Go to these 2 channels. You will find lots of videos for 100% beginners. Watch them as much as possible and don't stop here. Find other channels in accordance to your level, and as time passes, you will be able to understand more and more in French and watch more and more things. Don't worry about grammar and vocab. Just watch it and keep trying to understand it from context, just like you did with your first language at home. Okay, this might not look very important, but trust me, it is. Organize everything. Look, you are very short on time. You need to study as much as possible. Make sure you already know what you will be doing the entire day. Plan your day in advance, or you might waste a lot of time thinking that what should I do now or later, etc. And by the time you realize, you will have wasted the whole day. For my language studies, I already know how I will be studying the next day. Let me give you an example of how you should plan your day. When you wake up, you study, teach yourself a book early morning while having coffee. Then you are going to office. You listen to Paul Noble course while you are on the road, you are walking, bus, etc. When you are in afternoon break, listen to a podcast. When you are coming back to home, listen to Pimsleur lesson. When you are scrolling on your phone, watch friend videos instead. When you are cleaning or eating or watch some French cartoons or listen to something in French appropriate to your level. And like this you can find so much time for learning language. You need to understand something. These things becomes a habit. You have already created habits. The thing is you need to change your habit to the new language and you will just do it every day. The professional polyglots, they learn many languages at the same time. This is literally how they do it. They just you watch content in the new languages and this is how they learn it. Okay, so the last month. After 2 months, think of situation you will be in when you meet people there and work with others there. What are the things you will say to them? What they will ask or say to you? It's time to write about these. I'm pretty sure you are confused, so let me just explain. It's not so difficult actually, don't worry. Look at Xiaoma here. You can watch this video in his link in description. But what he basically does is that he learns a few common phrases that he will most likely encounter in hotel or shop, etc. and memorize that. He probably spends one day on this and then goes out and make videos like this, and people actually think he can speak that language. Similarly, think of situations you will be in there and start writing about it. Start writing about conversation in digital document or book. I suggest use your laptop or computer, whatever, and create your own phrase book. On day 1 you will only write a short paragraph, but every day your paragraph will increase and it will turn into many pages. To understand this better, why don't you guys after this video go to Xiaoma channel and check some of his videos and see how how it actually goes. And he spends like one day thinking about common phrases that he will encounter. So it's very simple. So the reason it's important is not because of you want to develop a speaking skill. You are already doing this with Pimsleur courses and other things. Instead of saying I would like to have a glass of water in new language, you can simply say I want water. And people will understand. This is literally how children talk. Reason you need to do this is to learn relevant vocabulary. Okay, what does that mean by relevant vocabulary? Understand this. Even in your native language, you don't know all vocabulary. Go ahead, start reading in your native language and you will realize you are learning new vocab. But what you do know is vocabulary relevant to your life and you use it every day and it works for you just fine. You need to learn relevant vocabulary in your new language also, and this is how you do it. Even when you are in France, keep expanding your phrase book as much as possible, every day as needed. Your personal phrase book will just help you so much in settling there. Alright, some final important things. Now this was quite long. If you have been watching till here, congratulations. You are a serious language learner. So, very good. There is one more thing I will say to you. After 3 months, don't expect yourself to speak like you will be able to speak like native speakers. No. There are certain things that just takes time. You cannot do quickly. It will require some further practice when you go to France. But you will be able to understand a great deal of what's being said there. When you land in that new country, you will feel really good about it. When you meet new friends there, co-worker, your new favorite restaurant, you will probably find a restaurant that you just really like and you would like to go there. Tell those people that you are learning French and try to talk to you in simple French so you can learn properly. It will be easier for you to learn. You will be surprised how supportive people are and will help you a lot. Alright, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask and I will see you guys again. Wow. It's recording. Where is the stop button?